Hello, 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 hello. Hello, happy Friday. I see a new face. Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome to Characters Unmasked. I'm Kaja. Malachi. Hey, Malachi. Neff. Okay, you guys. Tonight we're gonna do Unmasked a little bit different. It's a very special Unmasked because this one is in-house. It's very personal. We're going live with the cast from Plan B, and we're gonna start right now with the Queen. I'm going to request her now. Okay, Queen. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Queen. I requested you. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Hey,
Hey, look at you. Yes, I love the hair.
finally did my hair.
I love it. It's growing. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. Because I haven't done it in a while, so I even forgot the length of it. Like I took it out today and I was like, oh, I got it, bro.
Yes, snaps for the
I
hair.
like your beautiful braided
I
bun,
think we both
queen.
had the same idea, with the shoulders out and stuff.
Yes, because it's a little chilly, but then not at
Just a
the same
little
time.
bit, a little wrist, a little wrist.
Exactly.
So I was just telling everyone that this is a special, Characters Unmasked. We're going live, with Plan B. And we are
Woo.
starting with you, Queen, because you are the writer.
Yes.
For those of you that do not know, Miss Nefertiti Warren, Queen Nefertiti, is a brilliant writer. And she writes
Thank
like for real, for real. You know what I mean? She's just do it as a hobby, in case you guys don't know. So I'm gonna start with you. Tell
you.
everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Nefertiti Warren. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a mom. That's why I look tired. I try to do a little eyeliner.
Right? Have to put the
So
mascara
that,
on.
man, I didn't even have time for makeup. I said they're gonna get what they're gonna get. But basically those are the three main things that rule my life. Acting, writing, momming. I'm a storyteller at heart. I love words. Hey,
Yes, you
Amon.
do. Right? I said
Yeah,
hi to
you
him too. I
know.
was like, oh snap, haven't seen him in a minute. What's going on?
Yeah, but yeah, I love words. I love being a performer. I love just the craft of storytelling overall. And yeah, I guess.
So, we're talking about Plan B. Would you like to tell everyone what Plan B is about? Just a little bit of that inspiration behind that beautiful story.
Yes. Well, so first off, I can't take like full credit as always with a lot of our projects with the characters, as you know, but for those who don't know, the head of the characters is Sheikh Mahmoud Bey. And he had this story, this concept for a
Mm-hmm.
story in his mind, and he came to me and asked me if I write it, and I said, sure, no doubt, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just telling me of, like the themes of what he wanted it to be about, and so I just tried to flesh it out and give him a story that was what he had visioned. And so Plan B is a story. Okay, without giving too much away, it's essentially a story that deals with the concept of a man,
Mm-hmm.
and in terms of when he's unable to be a man, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
physically, because the main character is handicapped. Um, how that plays into his life, how he feels about himself,
Yeah.
his self-esteem, his worth as a man, then with his relationship because he is married, how that plays in the roles between a man and a woman in a relationship when a hardship like this comes, and sometimes roles have to be switched, you know, and how you deal with that and how you still value one another, you know, and the fact that, you know, not everything is going to make you less than a man. You know what I mean? So just dealing with that and dealing with the main character's insecurities about that, and just how he's navigating with his wife and on his journey through this hard time in his life is essentially what this story is about. This wasn't their original plan for their life, so hence this is Plan B, and this is what they're going through.
You know, I feel like the concept of Plan B is something that we all can relate to anyway. I mean, because life as you know it, you know, you growing up, you have like your Plan A, right? And you're like, this is what's going to happen by this age. I'm going to have it like this: marriage, kids, career, big house, all these fancy cars. You know, you have everything lined up, you know, like how you want it. And then life, of course, hits.
Yo, I must be on like Plan F, G by now. Like,
Plan M or something over here.
You know what
I mean?
Yes, life
is about, you know, the Plan B, you know, and how you navigate that, you know, those adjustments and those challenges.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about life, honestly speaking.
Exactly. And then also, and on top of that, you know, how you see yourself with those changes in life. You know what I'm saying? Because with Plan A, we value ourselves in a certain way and envision ourselves a certain way. But then when that doesn't happen, then sometimes you feel like, oh, well, I'm worthless. I'm nothing. I'm this, I'm that, when Plan A doesn't work out. And it's like, no, that doesn't mean that at all. You just have to adjust and get back in alignment with who you are. You should be who you are, regardless of the plan that life had for you, that you have for yourself. Like, you know, just find yourself within whichever path or whichever plan you're on in life, you know?
You know, I mean, that's one thing I'll say about Plan B is that I think is especially touching because when you get married to someone, you know, you do say for better or for worse, right?
Right.
You know, those are the vows that you take. And sometimes people, they hear it and they're like caught up in the love and the vows, but sometimes we don't really think like, for
the worst
sickness and in health, like those things really do happen, you know, like the person you married last year, 3 years from now could be a whole different person depending on if God forbid something like really tragic can happen, you know. So it's like, how do you navigate my husband who was once, you know, vibrant and full of life, and now he's still let's say a mental illness or something that you weren't expecting, you know, like those challenges. It's like, wow, this is not what I had planned. I do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, that's so true. That's just a brilliant thing that you pointed out, Queen, because it's so true. Like you said, when people take their vows, you say it, but you don't count on the in sickness part or the for worse part. You know what I mean? You're just thinking about the for better. It's like your love really gets Your love really gets tested in the for worse when somebody lost a job, somebody can't walk. You know what I mean? Like,
when those lights are out, you know, and that fridge is empty, you know, it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Are you still loving on that day to one another? Can you still speak with love to one another? Or y'all going out, you ain't shit. You know, you can't even buy a piece of gum. Like, is that what's happening? Do you still, what's going on? So, that's what it's all about.
So you guys, as you know, we have our Seed and Spark going for Plan B. You know, we are the Char'Actors is an independent production company. We act, you know, we write our own stuff, we direct, everything is in-house. So we really use your contributions for this film. There's a little link in the bio. If you click the link in the bio, like under my finger somewhere, you know, you will see the link. And you can pull up the campaign and you can see everything that's about Plan B. You can find videos from the company. You can see more about Nefertiti and the rest of the cast. Somebody said it's lit. Oh my goodness. Is that you? What's going on? It's lit.
She know, yes, it's lit. Yes, mama.
I think my son is probably on her Instagram, is what that is. You know, that's what
I saw your son logged in too. He's on both of them then.
Yeah, he must be, you know, these kids nowadays, right? Okay, don't get me started.
First of all, Stanley already tried to come in this room before the live started. I was like, no.
The link is in the bio, Strickland. Not like here.
Yes, Aria got
Oh,
it. Look at that.
Aria put it. Oh, look at my son. See.
Aria be on it.
Yes, Aria is always on it. Love Aria. Love, love, love Aria.
Yes.
So you guys, one of the things that we have, one of the incentives that we offer, you know, when you contribute to our campaign is a personalized monologue. Nefertiti is the head writer. We have other brilliant writers as well, but she is
Yes,
the
you're
head
a dope
writer.
team. This one is a writer
Right.
too. She would be mentioning it,
Who?
but she writes too.
Who?
You, I'm pointing up so they can
Oh.
see that I'm pointing up at you.
Yeah.
Yes, you're on the writing team too. She knows what she's what she does.
I like written in a minute, you know what I mean?
You wrote a whole short, sis.
You know what I did? Let me see if I can pin this, you know, because I don't know how to pin. How do I pin?
I think if you hold it down, like long press it, I think.
I'm holding it down. Do you see it pinned?
Maybe in a second.
Oh,
I can't see.
Comment. Got it.
Oh,
I figured it out. Look at God.
Yay.
Won't he know it? So yeah, we have personalized monologues, you know, so for those of us who are in the middle of acting right now, there's a lot of self-tapes going out. The industry is a little bit different with COVID. So those self-tapes, those monologues are really, really important. It's a great time to get you something personal written specifically just for you. So it's
just for you, where no one else in the world will have this monologue.
You know, it'll just strictly be for you.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can email us, you know, you write Nev, let her know what you're looking for, whether it could be comedic, dramatic, you know. Who's waving? Let me go.
Oh no, I had to wave to my homegirl, a dope director. She's on here.
Hey.
Beautiful.
So yes, you guys, Neff, you know, tell us a little bit, you know, about, you know, the personalized monologues. If you want to say a little bit.
Yes. So, like Kaja said, either myself or another brilliant writer on our writing team will give you a personalized monologue if that's what you choose with your incentive, with your donation for the incentive would be the personalized monologue. And then you just email us and let us know whether you want it to be comedic, dramatic, a little bit of both, the length of the monologue, and also if there's a specific topic that you want it to be about, you can let us know as well. If you're like, oh, whatever you feel like, that's cool too. And then we'll send you a draft and we'll keep revising it until we get it right, until you're satisfied. And that monologue, again, will be just for you. No one else in this world will have the monologue. We won't ever give that monologue out to anyone else in the future. That is your specific monologue. So rock it.
Yes, ma'am. Now, really quickly, because I have to switch along the Plan B train in a second. Hey, Kim. I see you, Kim. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey,
Hi,
beautiful. Now, how is Plan B different from like the other, you know, films and shorts that you've written?
I think it's different because of the perspective this time. It really tries to dive into the male role and the male perspective and what he's going through. It's more centered around him. You know, I'm a lover and I'm a romantic, and when I write stuff like that, you know, it's from a female perspective. But I really did try to tap into just what he's going through and focusing on him and, you know, the hardships, the struggles, and the love for him still too. So I feel like that's what makes it different. Also, it's a deep story. If I can say so myself. It might make you guys sad. Like, I really feel like this really hits the heart. It tugs at it. It's dealing with, you know, a very real, plausible situation. Any one of us can find ourselves in this situation, God forbid. But, you know, so it's something that's very real, very deep, and it can hit you. And I think that regardless if you've been through this or if you've known someone who's been through this, you can still relate to it, because maybe at some points it might break your heart, but, you know, but we're going to get through it. So I think that's what makes it different. It really digs down into
Mhm.
the humanity and the heart of it all through the hardship.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Queen, for coming in
Thank
and talking
you
to
for
us.
having me.
Again, everyone, hand claps from your living room or your work office or your car for Miss Brilliant Queen Nefertiti. I will see you soon, Queen. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of the
Bye.
cast, you guys. They're dope.
Yes, they are. We're going to move right along.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, we're moving right along. What is our next lovely? Uh, oh, here we go. I am tapping the next person in. Tap, tap, tap in. Uh-oh.
I'm
Hey, Strickland.
hey, so I'm lovely, huh? Okay.
How are you? Yes, you are
I'm I'm,
lovely.
I'm lovely. I just found out today that I'm lovely. Great. I'm
Uh-oh.
great.
Yes, you are lovely, Strickland, sir. Uh-oh, what's going on? Can you see me?
Just your
Uh-oh.
eyes because you're like really close up on the camera.
I don't know what happened. It's like you're clicking in
I
and
don't
out.
know. I see you.
You can see me and hear me fine? For
I
some
don't
reason?
know.
On my end,
Yeah.
on my end, you're circling. Okay. Oh,
Uh,
you know what?
I don't
Let's
know.
start again. Okay, now you're good.
You want
I
to try
don't know.
again?
I don't know what happened. Now, yeah, you're good
Okay.
now. A second ago, you were like
Okay.
circling, circling. I was like, what happened? So, you
Okay.
guys, for those of you who don't know, this is Mr. Steven Strickland.
What's
This
up?
man right here is very brilliant. Very, very brilliant. He's a director. He is now producing. He can do comedy. He can do drama. He hosts. He dances. He dances. He sings. I mean, you might rap. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? But you guys,
At Christmas
and he
time,
does
at Christmas
awesome
time,
impressions. Awesome impressions. If you've ever heard any one of his impressions, are like spot on. Um, but you're also a part of the cast of Plan B. You're also on the producing side. So tell us a little bit about your role in Plan B, your character.
well, my role in Plan B, I play Dr. Sabetti. I
Mm-hmm.
am the therapist to the main character, Terrence, played by Will Strong. And my character has been working with Terrence's character for about, just trying to help him, cope with and adjust to his new situation, of being in. I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure, those have seen the not the trailer, the teaser for the campaign. Him being disabled and being in a wheelchair. I'm helping him cope with that. Him and his wife go through that transition in that time in their lives in that moment, and I'm charged with bringing them some news, and yeah, so that's my character, uh, Dr. Sabetti.
Now, because you're also producer on this film, is that a little bit challenging for you finding that balance between producer and also actor?
Um, Not necessarily challenging because I've been produced, well, co-produced several projects and then produced my own film.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so I mean, I love the process of making projects. As Sheik would say, we're making movies, baby.
Making movies,
Um,
baby.
I look forward to that process and putting things together. You look up what a producer is, and a lot of people just
Mm-hmm.
think it's the person that puts the money in the film, which is not always necessarily the case. Now that may be the executive producer,
Executive.
um, um, but um, but a producer is someone that puts the pieces together to make things work. So I enjoy the producer aspect of it. Location scouting, um, you know, scheduling, rehearsals and all these things. And, just trying to keep tabs and keep everybody positive and keep this ball rolling. I just sent out an email today to the cast about steps going forward, especially now that we're, we're in this whole COVID time in our lives, and, moving back into filming, on location and in person. So just wanted to touch base with the crew and, let them know what will be going on, and to get the necessary information out that, I need and that we all need to make this great. So it's not really a challenge. It's actually fun. It's actually fun.
Okay. So I don't know if you ever played a doctor before or a therapist. Have you? Well, this be like your first time.
No, I actually have. I've played
Okay.
a therapist before. So it was kind of cool, to take on the role of the therapist again, because I have, some knowledge of, what, therapists do. And that's part of the background work that you do for the role. You talk to different, therapists, and you talk to them and see, how they go through what they go through, especially when you have to bring, someone that you're working with news, whether it's good, or bad, how you handle it, and, keeping that balance of professionalism. And if you have a personal relationship with your client, but when I say personal, I mean like on a friendship level, not just doctor patient. There may be a level of friendship there. How do you go about, doing that? Yeah, like I said, my character has been working with Terrence, with Will's character for 6 months. And, like the first year of, recovery is for the patient is kind of hard for them to adjust to what's
Absolutely.
going on. So, you take on that level of understanding, that level of, compassion, but at the same time, you gotta do your job, and, steer your patient in the right direction. And you want to have what's best for the patient at heart, so yeah, so that's how I'm getting ready for this role.
So on my end, you're clicking in and out a little bit, but you can still hear me perfectly good, right?
Yes, I can, and I can see your eyes very good.
Okay.
Back up a little bit so I can see your whole face. Right. And the fun thing, and one of the another fun thing about this role is because Sheik, the big dog, said he wanted something different. He didn't want to see the normal, not normal, but he didn't want the audience to see Steven Strickland, quote unquote typical Steven Strickland thing. Right. So he wanted to see something different. So I've been working, without giving it away, I've been working on that something different. And hopefully, the people, will enjoy it. Actually, the last 3 directors that I'm working with, they all said they wanted something different. So I had to add something different, to the character. So this is fun. Like I said, I love the process, and I'm really, really enjoying it.
So you do both, though. You act and you direct. So when directors tell you they want something different, what is that process like for you to do, like, discover and create something different? Like, do you like go online and do research? Do you sit at home like with a journal and create a backstory for your character? Like, how do you go about, your discoveries and creating something new for you?
Well, you do all of that. You do all of that. You kind of start with you find out who the character is. You find out what the vision from the director. I mean, well, from the writer, and from the director, the collaborative effort from the director and the writer. You see what they want from the character. Okay, this is what they want the character to be. So then you have to find out who the character is. Like you said, do your research, because we all are who we are because of things that we've gone through and things that we've learned and things that we've experienced. So, you do the research of, it's like for this character, the schooling, like where did they go to school? Why did they choose that school? And why did they choose that field of study that they're in? So you write the backstory, and then you go online. Well, I go online and do the research into what that type of character would be doing, cause and effect, the habits and all those things. So yes, to answer your question, that's what I do. I go online to do research. I create, a backstory. And then when you go online, it's like you kind of compare what you found online to your backstory, and you find the medium and bring it together so that hopefully the character that, I mean, you want to be honest, with the character. You don't want to, want a caricature of the character. You want to be
Mhm.
that person. You want to be that character. So you can also study people, because that's who we
That's a
are.
great one as well. Yeah.
We're playing people. So you study people, their nuances, their little ticks or whatever it is that they do throughout their day, their routine and things like that. So there's a lot that goes into researching and
Absolutely.
and becoming a character. And I love almost every minute of it.
That's what's up. Okay, so you guys, one of our incentives in the campaign, on the campaign, is a one-on-one acting session with Sheik and also Mr. Strickland right here. So you guys know he is a brilliant director. He's very, very creative. He's a pleasure to work with. Strickland, for those who are just now joining in, we have some people joining in on this live, who may not necessarily know. Um,
Mhm.
for those, if they choose that incentive, what can they expect from that acting session with you?
Well, I've been acting for over 20 years. So first off the bat, they will get 20 plus years of experience. Um,
Nice.
I'm an actor first. So as a director, I think it works well when a director is an actor first, because actors know what we would like from the director. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
certain language, an actor's language, a director that can speak the actor's language and be
Mm-hmm.
able to be able to communicate with the actor what it is that you want without showing them what it is they want to do. A lot of directors don't have that skill. They'll say, no, do it like this, as
Yeah.
opposed to, here is what the character may be feeling. You ask hypotheticals. It's a process. It's a fun process, but at the same time, it's a serious process that I take pride in. So when they choose their one-on-one session with me, there will be some involved, but there will be some work, and just creating an understanding of the character, of the moment, because we live in moment to moment. That's what it's about. And as our big boss would always say, to listen, to resonate, and respond, and taking everybody through that process,
Mhm.
and just helping you to become a better actor, and maybe even showing you some things that might make you think, that might help your, not only you as an actor, but as a person, because life imitates art imitates life. We are human beings. And that's the major part of acting. We are humans, so we have to do justice to those characters. So I would say person should look forward to a good time.
Absolutely. And you guys, I've worked with Strickland a little bit one on one. Actually, last week, I believe we worked a little bit in class. So it was a lot of fun. I learned something. I saw the character from a different perspective that I didn't necessarily see when I first read it. So it was dope, you guys. Make sure you get on there. You contribute to the campaign and you get that one on one session with Strickland. You will not be disappointed. I'm
Thank you,
going to
thank
ask you
you.
this question. I asked Neff the same thing.
Okie dokie.
What do you think is special about Plan B?
What I think is special about Plan B, well, one, Neff already told, uh, gave the premise of, how the title, came to be. I mean, there's more to the story, but I love the process uh, of Plan B, like the writing of it. Neff, like you said before, and she's a great writer. So
Absolutely.
I love the arc of the story, and I love the moments that the couple shares. I love the moments um, that everybody shares. Every scene has something special, has something
Hmm.
deep, something you can latch on to. So I think it's a great story. And I love it's special because it's the characters. It's the characters, production, and the process that we go through to create our own opportunities, and write our own stories, direct our own stories, produce our own stories, and all that stuff. You're welcome, Neff. um, I, I'm proud to be a part of the characters, and I'm looking forward to the greatness that this film will bring forth. And again, the process. I just love the process. Sometimes I love
Hmm.
the process more than the finished product, because I got to see how it was made. You know, that's why they do
Yeah.
shows. How did you make that? Because people want to know, how did you do what you do? You know, so I love that, and that's what's special to me. All those things are what's special to me about Plan B.
Perfect. Well, you guys, you heard it. Make sure you log on to our campaign. You can see all of our videos. You can read more about the campaign and find out all the little details, of course. Thank you, Strickland, for joining in.
You're welcome.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me. All right. Shout
Yes,
out to the
thank you.
characters. Let's win. Always
Yes.
remember, do what you love and love what you do.
I knew you were going to say that. I love it.
Of
I
course.
love
Of course.
it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you guys. We are moving right along on the Plan B train. This is exciting. Where is our next lovely castmate? Let's see. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Hi, beautiful.
Hi guys, what's
How
going
are
on?
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I love your hair. I love this look. I love
You like
it.
this look? Y'all like this
I
look?
love it. I
Y'all
will
like my
absolutely
look?
rock this. I absolutely love it.
Y'all like
Yes.
this?
You know what? Every time I look at you with these locks, I'm like, when I take my braids down, I'm getting my locks next.
So
That's it.
come on, I got you. I'm gonna let
That's
you
it.
know where you gotta go.
That's it. I'm getting it. That's it. Next time you guys see me on a live in like a month or so, less than a month, I'm
Hey,
gonna have some
beautiful.
locks.
Okay,
All
so
right?
then I'm with it. I'm with it.
Looking
Hi,
like
beautiful.
twins.
Hi, guys. It's me.
How are you doing today? How's your week been?
It's been a rough week.
Oh, whoa. That
It's
felt
been
heavy. That felt
okay. It's
heavy.
been a long week, but it's been good. It's been good. What about you?
It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I'm back at work now, enjoying the rest of the world, going back out, wearing that mask all day, and my face shield or goggles, when I'm
Yeah,
at
it
work.
could be a lot. It can
It
definitely
is.
be a lot.
It is a lot. Like my face is itchy at work. I'm like, what's going on? Yes, lock triplets. Hey. Everybody have the locks
All right,
in.
we're gonna be some triplets. So
You
what's going
guys, Shakia is one of the lovely castmates of Plan B. She is very spiritual, very bubbly. Will, we have to bring you in here. Yes, we have Terrell. Terrell joined in. He's also a the story centers around him. So, Will, if you have a moment, I will get you on here as well to talk about your character. Like I was saying about Shakia, she's part of Plan B. She is very quadruplets. Hey, I'm with it. She's very spiritual. She's like always dancing. She's always bubbly. So she's always lovely to have around. She's told me answering her phone sometimes, but she's good. She's a pleasure to be around. I'll say that much.
thanks.
So for those on the train, okay. Well, we'll try a little bit later. Let me know when you get off. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience as an actor, and then you can kind of tell us about your role in Plan B.
Okay, so I'm new to the acting as far as taking it seriously. I started taking it seriously a couple of years ago. I met all you amazing guys. I met Sheik first. I met him through Tasha Smith, so that was pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, like I like to act because I have a lot of emotions, so I like to do things with them.
Absolutely. So tell us about your role in Plan B.
So Chloe is like a beacon of light, literally. Like she comes in and she's helping this couple, and at first she might seem to be rubbing one of them the wrong way, but she comes in and she really is she's just trying to just literally spread some light and help people get in a better position mentally so that they're able to take on whatever obstacle or task that they have been given in their life.
Okay. So how are you? We heard Strickland talk about his process, doing his research and so on and so forth. How are you, getting yourself into that headspace of Chloe? Are you doing any research or what is your process?
I'm doing some research, but honestly, I'm really just trying to work on being vulnerable. Like I'm trying to work on like my day-to-day of being vulnerable because I
That's
need
a big one for me too. I feel you. The
right. So I got to be
vulnerability.
able to, because if I'm vulnerable, then I know what I need to give to like, and vice versa. So it helps me to understand my character so that I know what Mr. Langbird needs because he's in a vulnerable position right now, and he may not want to say it. And I feel like a lot of people have a hard time like being vulnerable. So
Absolutely.
I've been working on that to help me get into character because my character is a very compassionate person, but it's because she's so vulnerable.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like that. Okay, so I asked everybody this question. I'm going to ask you as well. What do you think is special about Plan B?
I feel like I'm piggybacking off of everybody else. It's the
Well, then
perspective.
don't piggyback.
It's okay. It's the perspective. It's
Mm-hmm.
the perspective. I feel like this perspective, even though it was written by a woman, this perspective is not told a lot, especially from like men are not necessarily vulnerable. So it's good to see that in writing. And he's in a position where he's not the provider. That's a lot. So it's like it's so much that's being taken into consideration. But the biggest thing I think that's being taken into consideration is his manhood.
That's a big one. That's a big one. I see Kenny join. Hey, Kenny, how you
Hi,
doing?
Kenny.
How you doing? For men, men
Hi,
always
Kenny.
want to be able to provide, all the time. So for a man to not be able to provide, in the way that he used to, is definitely, a challenge, and it's something that is like, wow, we don't really see that, especially, in our community, those stories being told, for us. So I think that's one of the things for me. I think that's like super special. We see it in other movies, but not so much in our community. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
It's almost like the
it's
black man is scared to be vulnerable.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's
I feel like,
written like that.
yeah, I feel like a lot of black men sometimes are scared, like walk around with that vulnerability on their sleeve. It's kind of like in our culture, you kind of got to be tough. You know what I mean? And say it with your chest. Like you can't like like let your guard
Get your
down,
chest out.
right?
So
And really say how you feel. You guys, for those of you joining, we have our Seed and Spark campaign going for Plan B. That part. Yes, Neff, that part. Tell us a little bit, or those who are watching, why they should contribute to Seed and Spark campaign.
I mean, because we are just not cursed. We just
Say it.
we the bomb, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to curse. I don't want to say. I don't want to curse. It's because we are really like because first of all, it's an amazing story. Like hands down, it's an amazing story. Neff is an amazing writer, but also because I mean, like, who doesn't want to help Black creatives? Like, I feel like I love a Black creative. I love to see it, and we're making our own opportunities. Not only are we making our own opportunities, we're making opportunities for other Black creatives.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you want to get down with the brown?
I like that tagline. Why wouldn't you want to get down with the brown? Get down with the brown.
On.
I wish I could have pinned that comment for you. Get down with the brown.
Come on,
I'm gonna put that
I'm here for it.
in
I
this
want
link when it's done. Get down with the brown, y'all. Okay.
Get down
So
with the brown. Come on.
And get down with the brown. Okay.
Get down with the brown.
Give me one thing you would like people to take away when they watch Plan B. Take away from this film.
I feel like you should take away learning to be selfless.
Let's strictly put it there.
Get down with the brown. I feel like you should take away learning to be selfless in this because for this type of story dynamic, you literally have to put yourself in every character's spot. Because this affected this one this way, but it affected this one in a completely different way. So I feel like once you learn selflessness and consideration, that's what people should take away from it. Like put yourself in other people's shoes for a second.
Absolutely. I think compassion is one of the key things that this country is missing right now anyway. Like we're lacking compassion. People are just kind of going through life, just kind of focused on themselves, not really worried about the other person, not necessarily wanting to help other people anymore. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So compassion is definitely a great one that you guys, I believe, will take away from the film as well. I completely agree with you, Queen. So we are going
Thanks.
to move along this Plan B train. Choo, choo,
Okay,
choo,
y'all.
choo, choo.
Bye. It's been
Thank you for
great.
tuning in. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having
Okay.
me.
She's always dancing, you guys. I can't.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bye, beautiful.
Bye, darling. Love you.
Love you. All right. Uh-oh. We have another. All right. All right. Uh-oh. Hello.
Wait.
Right? I'm trying to
Hey.
make sure I get everyone in. I want to get all you guys in. Let everyone see all of your lovely faces. Yes, that includes you, Strickland, too.
Yes.
Lovely.
I love faces.
I always love your hair. Every time I see your hair, I'm like, yes.
Thank you. I have
Mine's is a little bit shorter, but it's coming. It's getting there. It's getting there.
I haven't straightened my hair. I straightened my hair all up like 3 times this entire year, and I've been enjoying it because my hair has been getting healthier.
Uh-huh.
But yet last night I had to straighten my hair to put myself on tape, and then
Oh, really?
so I come back into the crib, and my daughters were like, "What happens to your hair?" And I was like, "We all have been here. We all straightened our hair, did something physical, and
Uh-huh.
like Sonic the Hedgehog." So I went immediately into the shower.
But it goes right back so beautifully. It's like just like no, it isn't like it's like any like heat damage or anything. It just goes pew right back up.
I shot when I shot Where Hearts Lie, we shot it in the middle of the summertime, and my character had straight hair, and they kept flat ironing my
They
hair.
had to, yeah, because the heat.
Yeah,
It did.
yeah,
I can't tell.
I had to keep heat off of it.
You definitely hiding it well. I would never know if you didn't tell me that story. Looking at it seriously. Okay, you guys. So this is E-Wisdom, as Queen Nefertiti would say. He calls it E-Wisdom. I heard a lot about Erin from working with Sheik, but I got to like work with you when we were shooting Dilemma. And one thing I will say is that she is a jack of all trades. Like she is not afraid to get in where she's needed. She'll go sound, lighting. She'll get on the floor, and mark spots on the floor if she needs to. She'll get in the kitchen, whatever it is, whatever you need Erin to be, she's there and she's completely committed. Like you drove back and forth from like upstate New York to Jersey, and she was always on time, never once complained. A complete pleasure to work with you. I respect your hustle immensely. So I'm excited to get to work with you. Actually, now in front of the camera, before it was behind. Now you are in front. So I see people are going crazy right now, like, yes, Erin, that's my sis. And the live is going up a little bit with the numbers. So yay, yay. So for those, who don't necessarily know you or a little bit about you, tell us a little bit about your background as an actress.
Well, so I started acting a little bit later in life. Like I was a mom at 22 years old. So once
23.
yeah, we find ways, So once my daughter's school opened its doors and she was able to stationary, I told my mom, look, I've always been a creator. And my mom's a mortician, by the way. So I get a lot of activity from her. She's the best damn mortician you will ever meet in your life. And she cares so much. So I get a lot of my personality and my creativity from her. So when I told her I want to pursue acting, she was like, all right, look, go back and forth to New York. But as long as you take your faith and your morals with you, I'll back you 100%. Don't even worry about her. I got her. And ever since then, it's been just that, like I've been acting for 6 years. And the first year and a half, hey Steve, thank you. I wanted to kind of see where I fit in because I just want to be a part of a dope creative process. I don't care if I'm the lead actor. I don't care if I'm the PA, if I'm on the ground. I love being a part of the process. I don't care where I am. Get in where I fit in. So first year I kind of like networked and explored because I also write. That's my passion.
Oh really? I know you write.
I wanted to see where I landed. I'm such a writer. My friends from high school are definitely on the chat, and they know, like, they tried to get me to write. Um, but yeah, so I go and I network, and I happen to be introduced to Sheik. I went to his classroom and observed for the first time, and it really wasn't an observation because, you know, Sheik will throw you in the fire.
Absolutely.
So it's
like,
like,
you gonna get in here? You gonna get in?
He said, I said, tag me in. Hey, Hitch. I was like, tag me in. So I from that moment on developed this really phenomenal relationship with Sheik, and it does not matter where I go in life. If we hadn't physically been around each other for years, we always find ways to support each other. And so that was the beginning of acting for me. I observed and participated in his class for about 3 months, and then I ended up auditioning. I had no material. I had not a reel. I didn't have pictures. I literally took pictures, put them on Active Access and Backstage. I got good things from that. In case you guys don't know, those are excellent platforms where you can go set up a profile, put a picture on, put whatever material you have on, and sell for jobs. If they're interested, you don't need, you know, everything that seasoned actors have, a reel, credits. If you're, those are platforms where if you're just building, and you're doing it yourself, you can get some good work because people will give you a chance. Specifically, there was a post that I submitted to, and you had to have a reel. I was like, Sheik, I don't have a reel and I really want to submit. He was like, well, why don't you reach out and ask that person if you can put yourself on tape? And I did, and she allowed me to. And this was just to audition for her. This wasn't even to get. So I remember 4 o'clock in the morning, I had my iPhone in a cup. I had poor lighting, but damn it, I submitted it and
made it work.
Opportunity to audition, and I have worked with her on 3 films since. Shout out to Terry. So yeah, like, I mean, it's the hustler in me. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. We was a city full of hustlers and wayfinders. So I'm just blessed to reflect on my journey now, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm where God wants me to be right now, and that's So
absolutely, it is a hustle. It is definitely a hustle. You know, it doesn't come easy. It's a lot of work, a lot of long hours. You know, so you gotta stay motivated. You gotta keep the faith, and you really gotta keep pushing through and persevering. Absolutely. I see you, Kevin. Hey, Kevin. So tell us a little bit about your role in Plan B. You know.
So my role is my character rather is Isabel Langbird. So Isabel is in a very unique situation because when the film opens, you find her kind of in the middle of a time in her life where, you know, she's shown a lot. She's grappling with a lot. She is fairly young. She's been with her husband Terrell, who's also her best friend, who unfortunately is now handicapped because of an unfortunate accident. So Isabel, being the loyalist that she is trying to do everything in her power to just support her guy. But at the same time, maintain her own sanity. And it's like, as women, you know, we have to balance households, especially if you have if you and others. Like in my household, like I have to take care of the kids. I have to support Chris. I have homework to do. While I'm, you know, trying to get ready for this, they're like, can you check homework? Then Orion dropped a whole glass vase, and I'm sitting here trying to, nobody move. Like, you're dealing with so much.
Like, I got it.
But all your stress, all of those hormones go into overdrive. And, you know, women, we're emotional, but and I'm a Scorpio. Well, Isabel is a Scorpio.
Scorpios, oh snap.
You know, just with all those factors being considered, it's just at any point in time you look at this woman and you're like, oh, she's about to blow, because she's trying to keep herself calm while reassuring her husband, while maintaining faith, while trying to balance work, while trying to be healthy, because she is in Terrell, you know what I mean? Like, if he needs to get, you know, in and out of the tub, if he needs to get in and out of the bed, she's the strength. And it's like, it's new for both of them.
Absolutely.
It's experience for the two of them, and they're just trying desperately to handle it. And you could tell that he's, as a man, he's embarrassed. This is his best friend. He's still embarrassed. He's,
oh yeah, I forgot Will was a Scorpio too. I was like, yes.
Yeah, my Scorpio brother.
Will, you saw the train? He's like, I bought a train a little while ago.
Right.
Let me go pick up the train, Will. I feel like this is like, it's like I told Neff earlier, this is like so brilliant, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have these kind of stories for our like community, you know? Like, a lot of times when you see us, you guys, no shade, you know, it's the typical, you know, like gangbanger, you know, kind of, you know, films that you see from us. So it's really nice to see a strong, you know, Black unit, you know, who doesn't have it all together, who's like trying to navigate through those challenges and really like keep the love and the faith, you guys. You know, as women, like you said, you know, we already wear a lot on our shoulders. Naturally, we run households, you know, we have jobs, careers, kids, so many different things, you know, but now you have a husband who is disabled and you're trying to also do that, you know, like that's a whole nother level of like, oh my God, you know.
Oh, yo, you should tag. D Nice is in the building. Derek, you want to take us to commercial? You want to spin a couple tracks? Thank you guys for supporting.
How are you preparing for Isabel?
Okay, so I have like a stairwell that I work out in all the time. Like I got in, my little brother had a weight vest, so I've literally stolen it. And I have like things that I'm like pushing and pulling, because like in my mind, she has to physically be capable and able. And when we meet her, they're already into this process. Like they're on the road to rehabilitation. So like she has to pull weight, like mental and physical. So I'm doing that. I've been thinking about, you know, because I'm a method actor. So like unless it with like, you know, doing like crack rocks or something like that, I'm all about. I mean, like I'll starve. I'll go without. I just won't do drugs. So absolutely. When it comes to the process, I kind of like to fully immerse myself in it. So I'm thinking like, what would happen if my life got changed just like that? And it's funny because I liken this to what we're going on, to what so many people are going through right now in this moment with COVID, not being able to work. Usually being the winner of the household and being able to provide for your family. And just like this,
you're stuck in the house and that's it. Yeah.
You're stuck. The cash flow isn't going out. You have to stand in lines for food. And are prideful people. Like when you're a workhorse and you're used to going out, you have no problem with earning your money. And for family, it's hard when you just can't. So just thinking about that, it brings me to tears. Like just reading stories and looking at the news and seeing people getting out of their home, wondering what they're going through, and at the same time just thanking God that I'm not.
I'm sorry, mom is sneezing in the background. Bless you.
That's okay. Just thinking about that, just writing down what I'm grateful for and thankful for. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for an amazing support system. And we take those things for granted.
We do. Absolutely. Sometimes we do.
Yeah, it makes me think on a whole totally different level and create differently what I have.
You don't really realize it until something happens. You're like, wow, you know, like I really took that for granted. Like we take for granted like being able to walk on our own, talk, eat, everything, you know, and then something happens and we're like, oh snap, you know, like it really can be taken away just like that. A car accident, like things happen all the time, you know, and we're forced to just deal with it. Like you said, with COVID, a lot of people like lost their lives. People lost moms, dads, husbands, you know, unexpectedly, you know, and that's what happened. So it's like it's forced to deal with it.
It makes me emotional. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
It makes me every time that I think about this. And like, let me just take a moment, y'all. Whoever is on here, please register to vote and please vote. It is not a game.
It
like,
is not.
Our children's lives depend on it. Our future depends on it. There are 200 plus people in this country passed away. And people who were here today and gone tomorrow. I literally had to log off of Facebook at one point because on my timeline there was nothing but stories about how people lost. Each Bob Sumner he lost so many people, and I had to check in on him because this is just a time of uncertainty. This is an invisible virus, and you just don't know what tomorrow may bring, and that perfectly mirrors and parallels Plan B in this story. Like, you don't have to take Plan B literally. You don't where you're a wife and all of a sudden you're the breadwinner, the sole breadwinner, and you're the strength. You are the person that's fully able and fully functional, and you're kind of crumbling. You don't have to take that literally. You can think of any point in your life where you felt helpless and hopeless, and you'll be able to empathize with this story.
You definitely can empathize with it. I don't want to rush you off, but I want to get Will on here to talk about his role. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Yes, I'll see you soon, love.
Please, guys, donate. Appreciate y'all.
Yes. Bye, love.
Bye.
All right. All right. I am waiting for Terrell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here we go.
Hey. So 5 minutes, I'll be at my house, but hello.
Yeah, we'll be off in like 5 minutes.
All right, well, I'm here real quick.
I definitely want to get you on, you guys. This is Terrell. He is the man of the hour.
Hello.
Major part of the film. So go ahead, tell everyone briefly about your character, about your role, character, what we can expect.
Let me get some light real quick. There we go.
Yes,
okay.
now we can see you.
Yes. What's up, everybody? I play Terrell. Of course, obviously, I'm in a wheelchair. I've been preparing myself for this role by just learning how to use a wheelchair for real. It's not as easy as it looks. I'm trying to focus.
Yeah, I could only imagine. Uh-oh. Maybe it's my end, but I don't see you well. Okay, now I see you. Now I can see you. Okay.
Yeah, I just been doing some research, watching movies with people in wheelchairs and stuff, and just really dissecting the script. You know, it's just an amazing script. I have the honor of working with a great cast. I worked with Aaron before in a film before, so it's so yeah, I just look forward to it.
All right, so we're going down to like almost a minute, a little bit over a minute. Tell people what they can expect from you as Terrell, and watching Plan B.
What you expect is a very emotional, because it's a heavy short, it's a heavy short. I'm definitely putting my foot in this one. I guess I think with Sheik, he'll get the best performance out of me. I love characters like this where I have to really challenge myself, and this is one of those roles. So I'm saying this is my Oscar role.
It's your Oscar role, you said?
It's my Oscar role.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What is one thing you want everyone to take away from watching this film? Like, what's one thing you hope people really sit with after watching it?
Just understanding. I'll say handicapped people. they're not, just because they're in a wheelchair doesn't mean, they're less of a person. They're just as strong. They're still capable of doing many things. And
You got 15 seconds.
okay.
Like,
And on that note, come watch Plan B when it's out. Please donate. We need every penny. Every penny helps. Yes.
I'm back on.
Yes, he's back. That was fast.
I was in front of my building.
You just threw your stuff off.
Yeah, I come home and change quick.
Yeah, you have to. I don't like none of that outside stuff inside. I'm like, take it off very close. So yeah, Will is back, aka Terrell. You guys, he was telling us about his character in the film. We had to like kind of rush you through it. So I just want to allow you a few more extra minutes to talk about, Terrell.
Yeah, that quickie that I said kind of summed it up, because I mean, Terrell he's facing the fact that not being able to use his legs, and for his whole life that was he never realized how important his legs was until he lost them. Mm-hmm. So now he feels less of a man because he can't do the things that he once was able to do, especially with his wife. Mm-hmm. So he can't support her like he used to. He can't physically take care of her like he used to. So it does something with the conscience of a man. Like you feel less, and fighting that. So the mental part of it. So it's a mental thing, one physical thing. So Terrell goes through a lot. He loves his wife to death, and he knows she's doing everything she possibly can for him. But he still feels like she shouldn't have to. She deserves better. So you'll see Terrell go through a lot. And then with his helper, his home attendant helping, it's like I said, it's gonna be a great ride. I look forward to bringing this character to life and really diving into him.
So for you, this is very different. I know playing a disabled character is very different for you. How are you preparing for this role? I know you have the wheelchair, but like mentally, like how are you like really getting in that headspace of, I don't have my legs anymore. I'm feeling less of a man. You know what I mean? Like how are you preparing? Like what are you doing? Tell us some things you're doing, to get in that mindset.
Well, I've been working out, even though I work out regularly, but I've been trying to focus more on upper body strength. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people in wheelchair, their upper body is strong because because they had to lift themselves out of the chair, and everything is upper body. So I've been working out to help me with that. Plus I know there's a scene I might have my shirt off, so I got
any different workouts you're doing, as far as physicality goes? I know you work out already, you eat pretty healthy. But are you doing anything like a different routine to kind of cut your body up differently for this role, or
diet and I'm doing more dips, because I know dips is like it's like being when you're in a wheelchair, you're pretty much doing dips all day, mm-hmm. lifting yourself out. So mm-hmm. dips is one of the exercises that I've incorporated more. Everything is diet really. But for the physicality, it's just working out upper body. Mentally, I'm not going there yet. I like to for the mental part. I probably have to go into maybe 2 days prior to shooting, because okay. I don't want to get lost. Mm-hmm. I want to get lost, but I don't want to get lost too soon.
You don't want to peak too fast.
Yeah. So I want to once it hits, because I know once it comes on, I don't say I can turn it off and on like she says real quick, but I'm almost there where I can turn it on. And with the cast that we have, it's easy. I mm-hmm. feed again. I worked with Erin before, so I know her work ethic. Mm-hmm. I know Shakia. I know Steve is a beast. So it's
come with it. I know.
Oh yeah,
Erin's
I like
to play.
Yeah. So
she said, I'm pushing you.
Yeah. I'm ready for that. So I'm just excited. I'm super excited.
All right, you guys. Well, you heard it. We just wanted to come back on and let you hear more from Terrell. Again, Plan B, we could really use your support.
Yes.
Donate, hit that link. You see the link, it's pinned here, and we also have it in the bio on our page. We
My
have
page too.
incentives. Yes, we have yoga. You can do yoga classes. We have one-on-one acting classes. We have characters promotion, personalized monologues, as you heard from Neff. Hey, Carol, how you doing? So you guys, just please, we could really use your support. Thank you
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much. Thank you. Smell good.
All right, baby. Bye.
Bye.
You too, babe.
Good night, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And make sure you tune in next week. We again will have another lovely Characters Unmasked episode. Nefertiti will be hosting, and she has a special guest that will be tuning in with her, that she'll be interviewing and talking to. So you guys don't want to miss it. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys.